good morning everybody, and good morning Amane. Oh, you know, the best way I can describe seeing kittens the morning after a birth, it's kind of like waking up on Christmas Day and going and checking, like when you're a kid, checking that your presents are there or that they're real. It's just so magical. If I sound a bit sleepy, I slept in here last night, so I get up and check them quite frequently. Oh, and she just looks so happy. So for this is Amane, and these are Charlie babies. I'll put a picture of Charlie up on the screen. He's our boy from China, and she has 5 kittens, and definitely some boys and girls. I haven't done an exact split, but definitely some of both, which is very exciting. And they will all be bicolour, and bicolour is the white inverted V on the face. And some of them will be like Amane, they'll be blue bicolour, and some of them will be like Charlie, which is blue tabby bicolour, or if you're overseas, blue lynx bicolour. I'm just taking it in. It's just beautiful. She's just so happy. They're so peaceful. So a birth recap. We are exactly 24 hours after she first went into labour. And you will have seen that both mums went into labour at the same time, like within 5 minutes of each other, which is crazy. And they were both due on the 7th, and someone in the comment section on Facebook said they must have had a chat, and I agree. There must have been some kind of communication to say, let's go into labour at the same time and make it especially interesting for the human. Oh, sorry, had a phone call. So where was I? Yeah, I think they both went into labour at the same time. Look at her face. Hello. Oh, she's just such a happy cat. Both went into labour at the same time. Now, Amane's first kitten took quite a while to be born. It was a very large boy. Now, it was born alive. Sadly, it didn't make it, didn't last very long. We just think it took a bit too long to be born. Sometimes that can happen, and sometimes they can take ages to be born and they're absolutely fine. This one, I suspect, now she actually got it out by herself. I didn't have to help at all during this birth, but I suspect that maybe its head was stuck. Who knows? It is quite hard to know. But she got that one out. I'm always glad when they get big ones out like that, just because they can hold up the works. And if you've got a big one stuck and all the others are banking up behind it, it can be quite a worry. So she got that one out, and then the others sort of just followed. No trouble at all. There are a couple a bit spaced out, but yeah, again, no others were stuck. She's quite a vocal mum when she gives birth, but she's very, very good. She pushes them all out. So yeah, not a whole lot, nothing too dramatic after the first one. And as you can see, they're all fat and happy. There is one smaller one, which I think is this one here, but with smaller ones, as long as they're determined and they latch on, they catch up pretty quickly. It's usually just when they're small, if they're not well, that we worry, but I'll keep monitoring its weight and I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, it doesn't even look that small compared to the others here. Got this big chonker one here. Oh no, come here. There we go. So yeah, this is Amane. Oh, look at his little face. She's a very good girl. She's immaculately clean after that birth, which is kind of amazing. Anyway, so we'll go and have a look and see how Jin is. And she's just in the other room. So I was bouncing between two litters. We had, oh, they were popping out kittens within minutes of each other. So I was literally in one room, make sure everything's all right, then into the other room. I'm not sure I would do it again like that. But, oh, good job. But I'm just glad that they're all well. So we'll go and see Jin. Oh, you're facing away. Is there sun going right into your cave? We might have to put the blind down. Yeah, I'll go and put the blind down. That's a bit better. You okay? No, I checked her this morning. She was fine. All 6 kittens are doing well. She's a slightly more independent mother than Amane. Yeah. She's like, I can do it all myself. I don't need any human interference. Hey? You do like a pat though, which is nice. She's a very, very sweet cat. Hi, Jins. You can stay there. That's okay. So Jin's birth, I really didn't know or have an idea how many she was going to have. With Amane, she'd gained the exact amount of weight with her previous litter. Oh, we might just move that kitten out from... There we go. Don't want you to sit on it. Oh, now you're going to sit on that one. There we go. It's okay. There, that's better. Good job. Oh, we get a good view of them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Yes, Amane, I had a pretty good idea that it would be between 5 and 7. Jin hadn't gained as much weight, but she was a little thinner, so we've been trying to pack in as much food as we can. So I was guessing maybe 4. So when she got to 4 and there was quite a gap, I thought, well, she's done. And then she popped out another one. As soon as I told someone I thought she was done, she had a 5th. And then there was a really big gap from the 5th to the 6th. She's looking at me. And again, told someone I think she's done at 5, and she randomly popped out a 6th. So she's definitely done now. But yeah, I wasn't expecting 6. But no trouble at all with the birth. Again, no dramas. There's no little ones in there. All a good size. Main thing with Jin is we're just going to try and get as much food into her as possible. And it's going to be very, very cool watching these ones grow, because we don't have a lot of the seal colour here. And the seal colour is this dark brown. Most of our cats are blue. But because Jin is a seal, we're hoping there are some kittens in this litter that are seal as well. Now the dad for this litter is Usher, and I'll put a picture of him up on the screen. He is our blue mitted boy, and that's another cool thing. We don't have a lot of mitted here either. Usher's our only mitted cat. And him being a blue mitted and her being a seal bicolour, we should get some of each. So should be some seal mitted, some seal bicolour, some blue mitted, and blue bicolour. So it'd be very cool to hi Jin. In fact, look at the little face. Be very cool to watch and see what colours and patterns we get, because most of our litters are all blue bicolour or blue tabby bicolour, and they all sort of look the same. but these guys should be quite different. So very cool. Good work, Jin. Would you like me to leave you alone? I can leave you alone with your babies. So I thought I'd show you all, I don't think I actually ever did a video on moving to this property, but anyway, I thought I'd show you, because we have actually been on bushfire watch probably for the past 4 days, I think. Now, where I live, there is a small extinct volcano. It's there. And there was quite a scary bushfire. In fact, you can actually see there's kangaroos through the fence there. There was quite a scary bushfire. 4 days ago, I think. And we had like an orange zone up there. Now it's about 20 minutes from where I live, but you can see there's a lot of bush between up there and me, and thankfully the wind wasn't blowing in our direction, but it's so dry here. So yeah, we were very close to evacuating, or we were certainly ready to. So thank you for those who were on standby for me. We have another breeder, very kindly was ready pretty much for 2 days to come and help us. Yeah, it was quite scary. So beautiful area, but just something, just something new I'm having to live with. Anyway, I'll take you for a walk through. It's a very pretty property, this one. Got a bit of patching up to do. There's a lot of old fences, but it's just so dry. So we've got a heat wave happening in Australia at the moment, or down here, down south, for the next week. Just so dry, 32s and 33s, that's degrees Celsius. It's very still right now, but we're just constantly checking the fire app. So I'll take you through and I'll show you my dam. So, and the kangaroos there. We get a lot of wildlife around here. But the only wildlife I haven't actually seen are koalas, but some of the property is protected, the vegetation's protected because there are koala trees here. But we have a local mob of kangaroos. You can see some of them are hopping off. I think that might be, there's a trio as well, like a mum, an older baby and a little baby. And the local mob is about 25. But this is our dam and they all come here to drink, which is so cool. So this is the end of our property, goes way up there. So yeah, a little random to have, I'm not even sure which video I'll put this in. Probably a bit random to put in a birth video, but I really should do a full property. Maybe once I've finished doing a few renovations planned for the cat areas. Maybe when I finish that I'll do a proper one, but yeah, it's certainly very pretty here. Good morning, everybody. Sadly, not the best news. We did lose one of Amane's last night. Hey, possum. Sorry, she's got the 4 here. Yeah, look, I wasn't really gonna, I won't go into super detail, but I thought I would use it as for any breeders or any aspiring breeders on here, I thought I'd use it as an educational thing, learning. Because, yeah, there's absolutely nothing we could have done. So the little one passed away because of a severe cleft palate, and I'll put an example on the screen. I'll just find something off the internet to put on. Now, it's the same as in human children. It's a whole or the complete upper palate missing, so that when they drink, eat, breathe, they have a lot of trouble. They can't, it just goes, I can't really find my words this morning, but it's not good. So this little one had obviously tried to drink, and it was just coming out its nose, and it wasn't doing so well. Sad thing is, they're often really big, healthy looking kittens. So we do have a smaller one in this litter, but yeah, the one that passed was a big one. And I could tell something was wrong by just feeling, just putting the back of my fingers on the back of the kitten. And usually if you hold them there, you can feel the warmth. That kitten didn't have the same warmth as the other 4. And its breathing sounded a bit strange, and it did have a bit of wetness around its nose, which is odd. So I didn't actually realise what it was until it had faded. And being 2 a.m. in the morning, we're tired, we don't always think straight. Normally I check kittens, but I haven't had a cleft palate for 11 or 12 years. So I didn't realise what it was. So normally what we would do if we'd seen that a kitten had a severe cleft palate, and when I say severe, I mean the whole upper palate was missing, it wasn't just a hole, we would just take them down to the vet and have them quietly put to sleep, because it is the kindest thing to do. There will be people that perhaps come on and say you can get them through it, you can tube feed them until they're big enough for surgery. It's, in my opinion, that's not the kindest thing to do. All my vets have the same opinion, that the kindest thing to do is to euthanize. But sadly, that kitten passed away on its own. But yes, if there are any breeders out there or aspiring breeders, if you ever do get one, it's heartbreaking, but try not to feel too bad. There's nothing you can do. It's no one's fault or anything. So sorry. There you go, Amane. You're just about to sit on them. The causes for cleft palate vary. Most often it's just bad luck. I've been talking to a few breeders today, and they all have them pop up randomly on occasion. The fact that I haven't had one for so long is quite unusual. And again, nothing I've done differently, just perhaps good luck. So usually, just off the top of my head, it can be if they've breathed in or ingested poison or fumes, or there's been something happen during a certain developmental stage. Inbreeding that can cause cleft palate. So whenever I see people putting half siblings together, or father to daughter, mother to son, my immediate thought is I really hope there's no cleft palate there. So both those reasons, definitely not why Amane's would have had it. The other reason is sometimes cats are just not very compatible with each other. Now, I have had that before in the very early years, where I had 2 litters from the same parents. Oh, this poor little one. Hang on, let's turn it over. There we go. In the early years, I had 2 parents. I had 2 litters with them, and both litters had cleft palates. So I didn't breed them again and never had a cleft palate from either of them. So just incompatibility. It's a little vague, but it happens. So potentially that could be it. Amane is a absolute old hat. We've had a lot of litters. We've kept a lot of daughters, and they've had a lot of litters. I've never seen a cleft palate. So I doubt it's that. So unfortunately, I think it's just bad luck. All these ones are fine. Well, I say that in hope, but they're all, at the point of filming this video, they're all going really well. Good job. can hear someone's latched on. So there's a little one in the mix, but it's a little fighter, and it's determined, and it's not so little anymore. I think it might even be this one here. You can see it's quite fat, so that's great. So yeah, kind of sad. The best way to combat sadness is just to focus on the healthy ones, which is what I'm trying to do today. But I thought it was important to come on here and sort of explain what's happened. As yet, it can be hard, but sadly, it's sort of just part of breeding. So hopefully these ones all keep going well. I often say to people, if something's going to happen, if there's been any issue with the birth, if they've aspirated birth fluid, or if they've got any, born with any issues like the cleft palate, usually they pop up within the first 3 days. If a kitten's going to fade, usually you can see some sign by 3 days. So we're on the 3 days today. So hopefully once we get over this 3-day hump, all will be okay. Hey, Jin. So after Amane's little sad morning update, I thought I'd just do a happy update on Jin. Or, well, we can't see the babies, you're right in the way. But all her 6 babies are doing really well. Are you going to show them to us? Or are you going to sit deliberately in the way? They're in a snuggle pile at the back. You going to lie down? I was having a bit of a peek before, and I'm pretty sure we have 4 mitted and 2 bicolour. We don't get mitted very often, so it's kind of exciting. And I'm hoping we get some mitted that are Jin's colour, seal, sorry, it'd be seal mitted, which would be really cool. I don't even remember the last time we had a seal mitted. I think it was 2 litters ago from her, so yeah, a while ago. But they're all well. There aren't really any runties or any huge differences in size so far. I'm pretty similar. I haven't done a gender check, but hopefully we have some of both. It should be nice. But she's a really good mum. We're just trying to pack in as much food as we can, because she didn't hold the weight during the pregnancy quite as well as Amane did. But she's a pretty good eater, so we'll just keep offering her everything and anything she wants to eat. Oh no, there we go. Hello everybody. Now, no sad news, but I'm just going to show you Amane's kittens, and you can see we have an extra one right here, little dark horse. So what we've actually done is we've taken one of Jin's kittens and given her to Amane to even things out. First time I've ever done that before, and not normally something I would do. I don't really like upsetting anything. Hello. Anything that's going well. The thing with Jin is she didn't quite hold the weight during pregnancy as well as I would have liked. So we thought that spreading the load, especially early on, would benefit both of them, because Amane held her weight really well during pregnancy, and she's prepared to feed 5 or 6, which 6 was her original number. So we decided that we'd move a kitten in here. She's accepted it really easily. They always do when they're really young. And I chose one that I can tell apart. So this little girl here, you can actually see is a seal, and she is a mitted as well. Now it's impossible for Amane to have any mitted with Charlie, so we can tell exactly which girl it is, so we'll make sure we, the right pedigree goes with the right kitten. So it'll be very, very cute to watch this little one grow up, and she is Amane's granddaughter, so she's in with her little half uncles and half aunties. So all going well. And they've all gained overnight. We are on 3 days old. I'll have that up on the screen. And we still are in a heat wave in Australia. We're hoping for a cool change in a few days. We do have air conditioning, but with this house, you sort of have to open all the bedroom doors to get the air conditioning in. So it's a bit of a rotation system, so it is still warm in here. But she's doing it really well. They're all healthy, and I feel much better now that they are 3 days old. Even our little runty one here is looking very well fed. Now we have 2 boys and 2 girls in Amane's litter, and the new addition here is a little girl. Now I know this video is getting quite long, so I'll clip it short here and I'll go and show you Jin's kittens. Here we have Jin's litter. She just had something to eat and a drink, and she's gone in to feed them. So Jin has 6 kittens, but she is feeding 5 of them. So like I just said, we've given one of her girls to Amane to spread out the workload a bit. So she has 5 here. Oh, look at this little one. And I'm a wee bit excited because I can see a lot of dark ears on these kittens. It's been quite a while since we've had seal kittens, so very exciting. Now I haven't done we're stuck. I haven't done gender check, though I know we have some of both. But we have, in Jin's litter of 6, we have 4 mitted and 2 bicolours. And I know the bicolours, there is 1 girl and 1 boy, but I haven't quite checked all the mitted, though I know the mitted I gave to Amane is a girl. So we'll probably do a check later, but I don't want to disturb them while they're nursing. And she's doing really well. As I said before, we're trying to get as much food into her as possible. She is a good eater. She just, during the pregnancy, just gave everything to her kittens. So we're doing the best we can. And yeah, happy kittens. So I think I'll end this vlog here because I know it's a super long one. But if you've got any questions at all, please feel welcome to ask below. There's a lot of topics covered in this video. I've said so many times, so I'm sorry about that. If you've made it this far, I'm really impressed. If you haven't subscribed already, we would really appreciate it. It does help us out. And hopefully the next video will be an update out on some of our older litters. And we have another video in the works showing the new kitten we bought late last year, early this year. So until then,